Welcome to day 6 of our Python programming course. Today we will explore Python's powerful built-in data structure. By the end of this lesson, you will understand how to efficiently store and manipulate collections of data. Let's dive in. First up, we have lists. A list in Python is an ordered collection of items. Lists are mutable, meaning you can change their content. For example, we can create a list like this. Lists are great for storing data that you need to access and modify regularly. Let's look at some common operations on lists. You can access elements using an index like mylist0, which gives you the first element. You can also modify elements. For example, mylist2 is equals to 10 will change the third item in the list. To add new items, you can use the append method, and to remove an item, use remove. You can also use pop to remove the last item. When working with lists, you can loop through the items with a for loop. Here's an example. For item in my list, print item, and for slicing, you can grab a portion of the list like this. Sublist equals to mylist 1:4. This returns a new list with items from 1 to 3. Next, let's talk about tuples. A tuple is also an ordered collection, but unlike lists, tuples are immutable. This means once a tuple is created, you cannot change its content. Here's an example of tuple. My tuple is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tuples are useful when you need a collection of data that should not be modified. Similar to lists, you can access elements in a tuple with an index. However, since tuples are immutable, you can't modify or add new items, but you can slice a tuple like so. In the example, subtuple equals to my tuple 1:3. This will give you a portion of the tuple without changing the original. Now let's look at sets. A set is an unordered collection of unique items. If you try to add duplicate elements, they will automatically be ignored. Here's an example of a set. Sets are great when you need to store a collection of items and don't care about the order, but you want to avoid duplicates. With sets, you can add elements using the add method and remove them with a remove or discard. You can also perform set operations like union, intersection, and difference. For example, to combine two sets, you can use the pipe operator like this. Union equals to my set, pipe, another set. To iterate over a set, you can use a simple for loop. For item in my set, print item. This allows you to loop through each element in the set. Finally, let's talk about dictionaries. A dictionary is an unordered collection of key-value pairs. It's useful when you need to associate with a unique key with a value. Here's an example. You can store various types of data using dictionaries, and they are especially powerful for looking up values based on a key. In a dictionary, you can access values by referring to their keys like this. Name equals to my dictionary name. You can also modify values, add new key value pairs, and remove items using del. Dictionaries have several useful methods like dot keys, dot values, and dot items. You can use these methods to access the keys, values, or both from a dictionary. For example, in the Python code below, for key, value in my dictionary, print key, value. Let's now look at some practical examples. For lists, you can create a simple to-do list like this. To-do list equals to buy groceries, write homework, clean the house. To-do list dot append read a book, print to-do list. For tuples, let's say you are storing geographic coordinates. Here's an example. This tuple represents the latitude and longitude of New York City. For sets, you can use them to remove duplicates from a list. Here's an example. The set will automatically discard the duplicate values. And for dictionaries, let's say you are storing student grades. This allows you to easily manage and retrieve data associated with each student. To summarize, today we have covered Python's fundamental data structures like lists, tuples, sets, and dictionaries. Each data structure has its unique characteristics and use cases. Lists are mutable, tuples are immutable, sets store unique items, and dictionaries store key-value pairs. Mastering these will make it easier to work with data in Python.